it's Debbie with Kip's Corner. Welcome back. And for those of you who are new subscribers, welcome. Today I have a flip through for you of we're going to call her Dragonfly Dreams, and I'll tell you why in just a second. This is a design team project for Susan Taylor Brown. Her shop on Etsy is called Poppiness. 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 And in this journal, I used two of her kits. I used green marble, which is a background kit. It's gorgeous. There are 5 different marble designs, and each design has 7 pages. And it's pages there's a lined page and a solid page, and there's tags and shapes and just all sorts of goodies. And so you get 35 pages, which is absolutely awesome. And then I've also used another of her kits called Sea Bright. Sea Bright is an eco-dyed nature prints set of papers, and there's 15 pages in the Sea Bright kit. And the cool thing is that Susan also has Sea Bright in just sepia and black and white, and lined in sepia, and lined in black and white, and lined in regular Sea Bright. So there's 6 or so completely different kits under the Sea Bright name that you can get. I've used just the regular Sea Bright, not lined. And then I also, because this is a Dragonfly journal, I also have used Artie Mays' Dragonfly Dreams. So that's why we're going to call her Dragonfly Dreams. It works well. So let me just hop right to it now. The outside of the journal is made with, the base is it's a sort of a chenille fabric. It's really soft. And then I've just created a mixed media plate that sits on top here. Well, it doesn't sit, it's affixed. A little bit of lace trim here, just peeking out. This is a vintage doily. It's a little square piece that I've got tucked under there and wrapped around. And then we've got a little dragonfly here, dangle on the end. And then these pieces are a mix of metal and chipboard, and there's embossing and micro beads, those little micro beads, and some vintage, not vintage, just some leaf doily pieces, and then metal book corners here, and a sari silk closure with a Tim Holtz knob here. I have a video on where I made this piece, so if you want to flip through my back videos, you'll find that there. All right, so to open this type of a journal, you just sort of press right there at the knob, and then the sari silk piece just pops right off, so that way you don't have to untie it. All right, let's dive in. Here we go. In the front, I've got a little dragonfly charm here. This is a tag from Andrea's kit that I've just added some vintage lace to. And this is a tag that I made using an embossing folder, some lace, and that's a dragonfly from a paper pad that I had. There. This is from Andrea's kit, and I've trimmed the front pages of each signature, or the front signature pieces, with lace. This is a piece from the green marble from Susan's kit, and this is just a Edith Holden pocket made here, and a little tag. Most of the tags in here I've backed with pieces of Sea Bright, so they're light enough that I think you can still journal on them, and it just adds a little more interest to the back of the tags. And then we've got tea-dyed paper. Tea-dyed paper, this is just a nice journaling spot. This is a piece of wrapping paper from William Morris line. Very pretty paper. This is a piano roll piece made into a pocket. And I've just added a little dragonfly guy down here. Here's a journal card, more Sea Bright on the back, and a tag. This is just from a paper pad. It's from a Stamperia paper pad. Little dragonfly guy. And just some spots here for writing. This is a tea-dyed piece I'll bring it up a little closer. You can see the texture in it. It's really very pretty. So that's that. This print is from the Graphics Fairy. And what I've done is covered it with beeswax. So it has this really cool, soft, waxy feel, and it made it transparent, or semi-transparent, so you can kind of see that green marble texture behind it. It was the first time I'd ever done it. It was a lot of fun. So hopefully I will be able to do one on film. But check out the Bohemian Crafter. Eva had just recently did a video when she actually used beeswax furniture polish, and I had some say that fast 3 times. I had beeswax little pellets that I melted and used. So that was a lot of fun to do that. Another page from the green marble kit, and it's a different marble than the one back here. So here's one, and here's another one. And that's from Andrea's kit. And there's the back side, and here's the back side of the beeswax. Now, what was really interesting, I used a laser printout for this experiment, and this page is from Seabright, but the page did not have this much magenta in it. And as I was adding the heat and the beeswax, that magenta just really popped through, and so those colors just really ended up matching so well to some of Andrea's pieces. So I was quite pleased with that happy accident. This is an envelope that I made from Andrea's kit, and I've lined it with more of the green marble. So it's just a really pretty there. And more tea-dyed paper, a little tuck spot, a little postcard. Again, backed with Seabright. Just adds a really nice little touch. Here's the back side of the pocket to the piano roll. The tag, I've just added some sewing here. Again, backed it with Seabright. I kind of did that on all the tags, or at least a large percentage of them. This one is just backed with tea-dyed paper, but it's a little... This tag is from Victoria Designs, and then I just added the little dragonfly piece here and sewed around it. And then this is just a vintage flash card. It says "Ump, Ump, Umph." And there's no H there, so just "Ump." And more of the back sides, lots of journaling spots, and that's the first signature. Then we start the second signature. Another marble. This is a different design in the green marble. And then this is a die cut that I have that I just added the dragonfly onto and then just affixed it to a piece, and I die cut it using a piece of Seabright. So we've got this nice texture going on back here. And here's another pocket. This is another tag from Victoria Designs, and then another little dragonfly guy sewn on there. And this is an image from one of the museums online, Creative Commons free to use image, I believe from Smithsonian. This is a vintage dictionary page, and it's got the word dragonfly on it somewhere. It might be on the other side. Just a piece of tea-dyed tracing paper. It has a nice crinkly sound. Here's a little pocket. Another postcard, and again, Seabright on the back. So I just kind of, like I said, I did that throughout the entire journal. If I can get that back in there. Somehow. There you go. More tea-dyed paper. And this is, the background is a piece from Seabright. And then I just added an image. I believe this image was from the Graphics Fairy from the premium site. So I've just added that image on top of there before I printed it. I thought that was kind of cute. And lined paper for green marble. It's always nice to have lined paper. Another piece from Seabright. And another pocket. I just didn't get anything in this one. And there's the back of that tracing paper, back of the dictionary. There it is. See a little dragonfly right there, right there. And more blank pages to write on. This is the belly band that I created in a video I've got a series where I'm showing you just some very, very simple ideas on using fabric or fabric pieces, laces, trims, that kind of thing in your journals. And so this is a belly band that I created in that video, and I've got it added here. This was a vintage handkerchief, and this is just a little journal card with a tag that I printed out from a book that's about dragonflies, Sea Bright on the back, and another postcard from Andrea's kit backed with another piece of Sea Bright. And here's another one of these really cool. I'm going to give you a close-up because you can see all the beautiful texture. That's tea dyed with a vinyl placemat on top of the paper. So it really turned out cool. There's more green marble and more from Artie Mays' Dragonfly Dreams kit. There's some lined green marble. This is a folder, a little folder. This was originally an envelope in this dark color, and I ran it through the embossing machine, chopped off sort of the top part of the envelope. I fixed some book page, there's a little piece of green marble back there, and a dragonfly. And then I added some wax on top of the embossing to just bring it out a little bit more. And then here I've got, this is the first of several that are in here. These are vintage vocabulary cards, and they're German to English cards. So you've got the English word on one side, this is Brook, and the German word on the other side. So that's just a little vintage piece tucked in there. And then this is from Edith Holden. I've added some lace and a button, a little piece of doily. That's from that same handkerchief there. Little sewing, tab, and then again, backed it with Sea Bright. Tucks right in there. This is from Sea Bright as well. It's gorgeous. It's probably my favorite page from Sea Bright. It's just beautiful. It's got the greens and the browns, and I absolutely love it, so I had to put it in here. Here's a vintage ledger page. This is a piece of handmade paper. It's got these leaves on it, and it's just beautiful. It's the texture, and I just added a little dragonfly guy there. And then on the back side, I've got a pocket. This is a 3-tiered pocket. The image is from, it's from another one of the Smithsonian or one of the other sites where you can pick up free to use, Creative Commons, no copyright issues, images. I've added some doily down here. Here's another one of those cards to fly. And it's got the German on the back. And then this is from Andrea's kit. So I just made it a tag and again backed it with Sea Bright and added a little bit of sewing on there. And then there is one more pocket here in the very back. I just don't have anything tucked in it. And this pocket is made with, there's 3 tiers here. The image from the Smithsonian. This is a piece from Dragonfly Dreams from Andrea's kit, and it's got a little stamp on the edge. And then this is a piece from Sea Bright. So got those layered and sewn. Create a pocket. Some journaling space. And there's the center. And this is a die cut from Tim Holtz. It makes the little slots, and I've just got a couple little baby images here that have some dragonflies on them. This is another vintage card. It's on focal length. And let's see what else is in here. There's another little guy, little dragonfly guy, and I've just got those backed with some craft cardstock. And there's another guy, and then this is another one of the vintage cards. All kinds of. So that's that. And then I used a piece of Sea Bright to make the die cut. And then I also used a piece of green marble to cut this. I had a die cut with these leaves on it, so I just added the little leaf there. Here's the back side of that paper, and the back side of the vintage ledger, and some more tea-dyed paper to write on. And this is just a little flip out that I've got here. Let me scoot over a bit. It's got a couple pockets. In this pocket, I have another tag from Victoria Designs with another little guy sewn on there. a card from Andrea's kit, again, backed. And a vintage postcard. This is the Real McCoy from 1921. It's got some nice writing on the back, and from Burlington, Kansas. So I thought that was a nice, cute little add in there. And then in the pocket here that flips out, I have another one of those German to English cards. This one says breathe. And another postcard from Andrea's kit, or Seabright. Got those tucked in there. And then this is just a little baby image of some dragonflies with some cheesecloth behind it. Got some stamping here. And then that just flips right back in, like so. More journaling space, more tea-dyed paper, and more lined paper. Then we come to the end. On both the inside and front and back covers, there is a vintage handkerchief here used to create a pocket. And then in this back pocket, I've got, this is an Edith Holden page. I've created an envelope. I used another piece of the green marble for the inside lining of the envelope. And I also have a video on this one. I used this as part of the using fabric, lace, and trim video. So it took, I don't know, it's probably a 5-minute video because it was just a very simple little thing to do, to just add a little trim to the flap there. And I like the green added into everything. And then the inside front pocket is basically the same as the inside back pocket. And this piece, this handkerchief has some nice age to it. So it's got some color. That's not new stains. Those are old. So it was just a very old piece, and it's got tatting here on the top, which is just really, really pretty. So there you have it. That's Dragonfly Dreams. Dragonfly Dreams will be available in my shop. Actually, I'll have it posted by the time this video airs. So I'll have a link in the description box below if you'd like to go take a look there. And that's it. And thank you so much for watching and for joining me. I really appreciate it, and more to come. I think I mentioned this in my last video on texture. I've hit the 1,000 subscriber mark. Yay! Subscriber mark. And so I'm going to be working, the next journal I'm going to start working on, I can't talk today. The next journal I'm going to start working on will be a Coffee with Friends, coffee themed journal, and it will be a giveaway journal. So if you're not already subscribed, please consider subscribing, because it will be available to subscribers only. I'll do a few videos while I'm putting it together, and then we'll do the giveaway when I'm done with it. So that's what's coming up. And that's all I got. Thank you. Bye.